I'm Samantha from Texas A&M University, and here we have
Pamela Williams.
So what got you interested in your discipline?
Well, it started at an early age. In fact, my discipline is computational applied mathematics. And from a young age, I was always good in math. During the summers, I used to like to work in the math workbooks. My mom encouraged my interest in mathematics by playing math games with kernels of corn and macaroni shells. She would line them up and she would take some away and ask me, if I take 5 away from this, how many is left? And I learned to count that way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you tell me any mentors you've had growing up?
Wow, I've had several mentors. My thesis advisor was Dr. Tapia of Rice University. I consider him one of my first mentors. There's also Dr. William Massey from Princeton University. I met him when I was an intern at AT&T Bell Laboratories, and he's been like an uncle to me. I call him one of my academic uncles. I also would count Brian York of Portland State and Valerie Taylor of Texas A&M as one of my mentors.
Is there any projects you're working on right now?
Well, I'm working on a variety of projects. One is for supply chain management project, where I'm looking at how to develop inventory policies for parts which have very infrequent demand, so that you can't use typical tools like forecasting to determine how many items you would need in the future. They just don't work.
And do you want to tell us any special hobbies you have?
Well, one of my hobbies for the last few years is I enjoy running. I've participated in 6 marathons and probably 20 half marathons, and I find that it's a great way to release stress after a hard day at work. Many times I have left work and decided, I'm going to go for a run, but in the back of my mind there's something, maybe a piece of code I couldn't debug or a theorem I couldn't solve, and many times I would hit the trail and I have that aha moment. It's like, oh, this is what I need to do when I go home. I can go home, I can implement it and say, why didn't this happen when I was sitting at my desk? But sometimes the best ideas come when you're on the run.
Yes, you get to clear your head.
Yes, that's necessary.
And what has your experience been with the Tapia celebration?
Oh, that is a excellent question. So are you talking about this particular conference? Because I've been involved with several different Tapia celebrations. Actually, I participated in all 5 of them to date.
Wow.
In various capacities.
So how would you compare this one to the first one?
There's no comparison. The first one had about 165 attendees, and now we're approaching the 400 mark.
Wow.
Yeah, so we've grown a lot in the last 10 years. And what's great about the conference is that since I've been involved with it for 10 years now, I've seen a lot of familiar faces. I see attendees who were once students and who are now professors, and that's very satisfying. I've seen scholarship recipients from 2005 who are now presenting posters and panels. So the students are absorbing what they learned at the conference, and they're giving back to the conference as well. They're not just taking, but they're saying, I've learned some useful tools here, and now I want to share with the next generation.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Well,
I
thank
greatly
you.
appreciate it.